Hey girl, hey, this is your girl Talisha with Raw Woman Energy, and today we are talking about soft life isn't lazy, it's feminine power. Yes, love, we are talking about it, but before we dive into this episode today, I want to first let you guys know where I'm coming from. I am coming from my soft spot or my safe space, as I like to call it, my soft spot, but y'all know safe space. And I am in the tub, in the bathroom, surrounded by water, just being in the tub and just embracing and relaxing and being able to share my journey and my experiences and also my thoughts on feminine energy, on what it is that has shaped and transformed me and still is shaping and transforming me on my journey. And so going forward, I just want to say make sure that you are in a safe space. Make sure that you create your safe space for yourself so that you can always be able to go to and release and be able to create. All right. So, with that being said, because I'm pretty sure I have said that multiple times on this podcast. So, before we get started into today's topic, I want you to first like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time a podcast drops. Also, in the comment section, put in the comments what you think soft life is. What do you think? um, why soft life isn't lazy? Why do you think it's not lazy? Why do you think it's feminine power? I would love I would love to want to know your take on it. So one of the key points that we're going to discuss today is reframing the lie where they say soft equals weak. You know, society teaches women that softness means lack of ambition, discipline, or strength. In reality, softness is regulated nervous system energy, not avoidance, but wisdom. I would love to, go into this topic a little bit more because I believe that a lot of us women try to be in competition with more men and women, but we try to be in competition with a lot of things, especially when it comes to the work environment, because I believe that a lot of us women get the how hustle culture praises the burnout, if that makes sense. So we have this mentality where if we work harder, we will be successful. If we continue to push, we would be successful. But in reality, you're burning yourself out. You're burning out your energy, you're burning out your time, you're stealing away from your family members. You're doing all of these things that is not cool to your feminine energy, when in actuality your feminine energy is meant to receive. It's not meant to prove anything. It's not meant to burn out. It's not meant to be drained and you walking around feeling lifeless. It's not meant for that. We are simply meant to just receive. And it doesn't mean that you lack ambition. It doesn't mean that you lack discipline, and it doesn't mean that you lack strength. It simply means that you are grounded in who you are. You are at a point to where you know exactly who you are, what you're supposed to be receiving, and how you're going to receive it. I know back in the day, like the I want to say 1950s rather. I know back in those times, a lot of women didn't have voices. A lot of women, well, I'm not going to say a lot of women in general didn't have a voice. Women in general didn't have the ability to go out and work. We didn't have the ability to have a voice of opinion. We wasn't in a state to where we was able to be equal as a man and be in a sense to where we can go out here and make an earnings living. Our job was to simply be home, do what it is that we do, sit, relax, make sure everything is good, and then wait for our man to come in, or our husband, to give us what it is that we were supposed to be given, or what it is that we were requesting to be given. This was all the way up, even before the 1950s, going all the way into like the 1970s and the 80s, where the men were more prone to pleasing their women, more so being in a space to where everything is 50-50. What are you bringing to the table? What are you doing, that's good? How can you help me? It was more so the man understood that the woman was the receiver and they were the provider. I'm not talking about, the political standpoint of it. I'm talking about the nature standpoint of it all. Yes, a lot of women wanted more, but that's just in our nature to want more, to be able to do more. That's just in our nature. But in our natural state of being feminine, our feminine natural way is to receive and not try to prove or be in competition with anyone, because we know who we are. It is so wild how the way nowadays the whole 50-50 situation is looked at as a spit in the face towards women, because it is. Because us women who know, the feminine aspect of what it is that we're worth and what it is that we're supposed to be given, if you're following along and understand that in the beginning, everything flowed the way that it was supposed to. Women were not getting their nails dirty. Women were not out here trying to prove themselves. Women were not out here trying to be in a state of trying to be in competition so that they can be able to outwork or outshine the next individual. I understand that, when it comes to goals and things in that nature, how the way women want to have more for themselves. Some women don't like to sit around and wait to receive. Some women like to get out there and go get it. And they want to be in the forefront and they want to work hard because they got goals that they want to be able to conquer, and they want to do this, that, and the third. I understand that. But half of that ambition is drawn and pulled from a masculine standpoint, because not only are they trying to prove something, they are also wanting to make, I'm sorry y'all, something popped up on my phone and it stopped the recording a little bit, so I'm going to start here. But they are also wanting to be in the forefront all the time. They don't want to sit at home. They don't want to have a lot of babies or anything in that nature. Not saying that that's what women are supposed to be doing, sitting at home, having babies, receiving from their man. That's not what it is that I'm saying. I'm saying that a natural feminine energy is a receiver. We do not try to prove our point. We don't try to go out here and try to force our way into a door where a door is already waiting for us with our name on it, that we can be able to walk into and gain all the things that we want out of this life. What I am saying is that the hustle, which is a cultural, praises the burnout of us being overworked in a society that has us culturally drained, thinking that work, work, work is the new. Thinking that feminine and masculine energy is always in competition with each other. Having us believe that feminine energy is lazy if you do not get up and go out here and work. When in actuality, you're not lazy at all. You're just sitting in your feminine power and you know how your feminine power works. You don't lack ambition, you don't lack discipline, and you don't lack strength. You just lack the mindset of thinking that you have to burn your energy out just to prove yourself in a work environment. How softness requires boundaries, self-trust, and courage. Setting those boundaries and setting your self-trust and being able to be courageous is feminine power. It is feminine energy. You can be in a state of mind to where you lack all of these things: boundaries, self-trust, and courage. And you looked at as a person in today's society as a person that has discipline and ambition, because you're willing to get out here and prove yourself. but you lack the boundaries of stating, hey, I don't want to deal with that, I'm not doing this. I trust myself to know that you're overworking me and that you're paying me less and I'm burnt out all the time. And you lack the courage of standing up to your boss and letting your boss that you deserve a raise. These are the things that feminine power drives for you to stand and to be in your feminine power even more. It requires your boundaries, what you're willing to tolerate, what you're not willing to tolerate. It requires your self-trust. If you trust yourself to know, to trust your intuition that what you're dealing with is not okay, and to be courageous to stand up for what it is that you believe in. And you're not weak, and you're not lazy because you don't want to do the work that everyone else is doing. You just know that there's a better way to do it. You just know that there's a way for you to do it that flows with your energy and flows with who you are. Choosing peace is not quitting, it's clarity. Some of us are working in spaces or working in jobs that is not paying us anything, and we are working our butts off trying to prove a point that we deserve that 50-cent raise so that we can be able to buy that little bit, that new outfit that's sitting in the window at Macy's. We are working our tails off so that we can be able to get that overtime, which is a time and a half that doesn't really pay anything, because after taxes get taken out, the only thing that you see on your check is an extra $150 that you feel in your mind is okay, but in your spirit you feel like you're worthy of more than that. Choosing peace is not quitting, it's clarity. Sometimes you have to step out of that energy that you're in, which is busting your butt, praising burnout, and you're not giving yourself those boundaries, that self-trust and that courage for you to be able to step into something that you know that you are worthy of, stepping into something that you know has your name on it. Feminine energy is power once you come out of the mindset of thinking like a man. Because once you think like a man, you become like a man. Think like a woman and receive like a woman, because you are feminine power in itself. Before we move on to the next key topic, I hope you guys were following along with that first key topic, because I'm trying to make sure that everyone understands exactly what it is that I'm saying, so that you don't feel as if like one side is not matching what it is that I'm saying. I'm just making sure that everyone understands and has that clarity. But before we move on to the next key point, I want to first leave you guys with this affirmation. This is a gem, so please pick it up. My softness is not weakness, it is intelligence. My softness is not weakness, it is intelligence. Knowing how to use those 3 bullet points that I gave you and understanding that key point and being able to utilize these 3 bullet points inside of your daily life is going to change your life, and it's going to change how you think as a woman, and also how you receive as a woman, and also shift your energy from masculine to feminine. Soft life is intentional, not passive. A soft life doesn't mean doing nothing. It means doing what aligns without forcing, proving, or excuse me, overextending. Excuse me, y'all. A soft life doesn't mean doing nothing. It doesn't mean sitting on your butt and being lazy. It doesn't mean that you're sitting around waiting for the sky to just open up and drop down all the jewels. It doesn't mean that. Right now, what I'm doing is being soft. I'm being intentional. I am not forcing anything. I am simply aligning myself with the things that I know I deserve and the things that I know I'm ready to receive. I'm sitting in my bed. Here comes my son, like clockwork. Shut my door, please, so I can finish. I love you. Thank you. You want to shut the door? Thank you. Are you okay? Huh? What's wrong? You sure? Oh, y'all, he sounded sad. He just wants the phone. He just wants the phone. Oh my goodness, y'all. It makes me want to stop and go tend to my kid. Okay, but back at it. being in a space to where you know that you're able to align yourself and receive everything that you know you're meant to receive. Right now, I'm in the tub, I'm in my safe space, I'm surrounded by this beautiful element, which is water. I am giving you guys this softness that I have been receiving throughout my whole. Throughout my whole transition of understanding that I am not masculine, but I am feminine energy, and just transforming my life. I am not sitting around doing nothing. I'm doing the things that is going to align myself to be able to receive, but I'm also doing it in my softness. I'm also doing it in my feminine energy. I'm also doing it in a way to where I'm not chasing anything. I am waiting to receive. I am receiving everything that I know that I am going to receive. Um, if you are religious or if you're Christian or whatever it is that you are, it states, it talks about how the way chasing wisdom or chasing knowledge is simply, what's the word that it used? Is simply, I don't want to use the wrong word. Is simply pointless. It's pointless to chase wisdom and to chase knowledge. It's pointless to chase it because you're never going to catch it. It's like chasing wind. If you're trying to chase something, you're never going to catch it fully because you're doing it wrong. Wisdom and knowledge is supposed to come to you when you least expect it. When you need it the most, it's supposed to come to you. The wind you cannot chase. It's pointless to chase it because you're never going to catch it. We're always in this space where we're trying to chase a bag. You're not going to find it. You're not going to chase it. You're not going to grab it the way that you think you're going to grab it, because why are you chasing it? Like, why are you chasing something that, yes, okay, he talking about his tooth hurts. That's the second time he done came in here. He is wild, y'all. He is wild. Motherhood never stops. That is a job in itself. Okay, I don't really look at it as a job. I look at it as a gift. But being a mother is one thing, then the other. All right. But he lost his tooth, and his tooth is hurting, or whatever the case may be. But yeah, but back into what I was saying, chasing wind, chasing knowledge, and chasing wisdom. And we be in this space too where we're chasing a bag and everything in that nature, and you're not going to fully chase it. I mean, fully receive it, because you're chasing something that is pointless to chase, because you're not ever going to really catch up with it. It is supposed to come to you versus you trying to go to it. And which is wild, because a lot of men know this, and that is how a lot of men is successful, because they use a lot of tactics from feminine energy. But that's another thing. That's another thing. But letting go of survival mode. Letting go of survival mode. I have been in survival mode my whole life. Being in survival mode is one thing that I have grew up in and was conditioned to believe was normal. I moved as if like I had to be aware of anything can happen at any given time, so be prepared at all times, which is good to do, but it's also um, good to also let go of it. It is good to also move as if like every day is promised. It's also good to believe that every day you have a chance to get it right, versus being in this survival mode of thinking like today might be the day. That's negative energy. That's negative thinking. That's a way to put you inside of a box and thinking that you have to try to get everything done in one particular day. That's a burnout move. You're not setting boundaries. You're not giving yourself self trust. Moving with intention instead of urgency, being in a space where you feel like you have to continue to keep moving fast, moving as if like, that everything is going to end today. You won't have the opportunity to get it done tomorrow. You're not trusting yourself. You're not even trusting a higher force to let you know, like, hey, you can slow down. You do have tomorrow. Like the one thing that is promised, that isn't seen, that is going to exist even when we are not here is tomorrow. No matter how, the world may try to pinpoint or try to make it seem, tomorrow is still going to exist, even if you do not exist in it. So allowing yourself to let go of survival mode and move as if like you are promised another day and you are promised the reward of life, and for you to be able to stop moving so fast all the time and stop moving as if like you don't have, the time or the day to get it done, but moving with the intention that everything works for you, everything works around you, and everything is working with you, and understanding that your feminine power and your feminine energy is going to allow you to receive it, because you're no longer chasing anything. You're allowing it to come to you. And when it comes to you, it's going to want to stay with you. It's not going to want to leave you. It's going to be in a place where it says, I like it here, because she's not trying to chase anything. She's not trying to move fast. She's trying to slow down and enjoy what life was meant to be, what life was meant to show her, what life was meant to give her, for her to simply exist in beauty and in power. And it sounds so cliche that, oh, women are just supposed to sit pretty. Yes, we are. That is the beauty of being a woman. We bring life into this world. We have the right to sit pretty. Absolutely, we do. And a lot of masculine energy is jealous of that, because they have to go out here and they have to be in their feminine energy, which is proving themselves that they are strong, that they are capable, and that they are masculine enough to be able to perform and do hard work and be in that space. It sounds messed up and it sounds cliche and it sounds kind of animated, but it's the reality of the world that we live in. It's the reality of our nature. Feminine energy is soft. Feminine energy is not lazy, but it is powerful. Feminine energy is love. Feminine energy is not done with force. It's done with grace. It's not survival, it's simply existing. Feminine energy is not strategy, it's a reward. Feminine energy is not plotting and scheming and going against one another. Feminine energy is simply helping and loving and teaching. Feminine energy is all of those things that existed in the beginning but got flipped and turned into a society to where we are now labeled as equal to a man, because we have everything that a man can do and we are doing everything that a man is supposed to be doing. We are given opportunities, and I'm not knocking it, and I'm not saying that, oh, we should not have these opportunities. Blessed be, I understand it, but it's also in a way to where it ties into the feminine standpoint of saying that two people working in a household brings in more income. So let's make the feminine woman work as well. And we also going to give that feminine woman the same amount of responsibility as a masculine man is supposed to do, but she's also going to have to go home and take care of the children. And then she's also going to have to make sure that she keeps her body good. And she's also going to have to make sure that she keeps that she's presentable. And then she's also going to have to make sure that she's still soft and not talk back and not make the man feel uneasy, but we're going to make her seem as if she's equal to man, when in reality, she's not equal to man. She's feminine power, because her power stands out above man, because she does the very thing that keeps everything balanced and afloat. It's amazing how one strategy can retwist and rewind everything, and us feminine individuals, us women, lose sight and lose out of touch of who we are, because we have to continue to be in this culture that praises the burnout of working, that praises the burnout of existing, that praises the burnout of slavery, that mindset of being in a place to where we're working so hard and getting paid so little. Soft life and being feminine is your power. You don't have to work for someone to receive anything. You don't have to be in a space to where you are fully committed to the man and you're forgetting who you are, and that you're dressing up as a woman, but your energy stands out like a man. So you get to sit at the table with the boys and you get to drink the beer with the boys because you're a partner and you're CEO as well. But your masculinity is what got you to that table, not your feminism. And now your feminism is now slowly drifting away, but it's still knocking, and it still wants to be seen, and it still wants to be heard, and it still wants to be present. That's why that table fits a little uncomfortable. That's why when you walk into that building, you get a little bit uneasy. That's why when you get home, you feel a little tired and you burnt out and you don't want to be bothered, because your feminine energy did not get to breathe today. Your masculinity did. A soft life doesn't mean doing nothing. It means doing what aligns without proving or overextending. Being in that space and knowing who you are as a woman and knowing what you're capable of bringing, and knowing that you don't bring anything to the table because you are the table, that anything that sits at your table is a blessing, because anything that you receive, the table receives, and so does the people that sit at it. I am going to leave the second key point with another affirmation. I move with intention, not pressure. Being under pressure can stop the very thing that allows you to move with intention, because you are intentional on what it is that you're moving forward with and moving into, and not being pressured into thinking that if you don't move hard enough, or if you do not move graceful enough, or if you don't move like a man would move, then you will not receive the things that you are supposed to receive as a woman. I move with intention, not repressure. Feminine power is calm authority. The feminine power doesn't chase or explain, it attracts and receives. Calm pressure speaks louder than reaction. It's amazing how you can be able to talk a person down, or even talk to a person without even opening up your mouth. We talk about this on our last podcast about how you can walk into a room and your presence alone speaks more than the words that come out of your mouth. Men are always in this space where they have to be loud, they have to be in a space where they're proving themselves, because that's just the nature of a man. They want to be the one that's bigger and bolder and stronger, and they want to be the alpha, and they want to be the one that's in charge all the time, because that is a man's nature. I mean, a lot of people may sit back and be like, I mean, that it sounds crazy, but it's true. Of course it's true. That's how it has always been. Stone Age time all the way up into 2025. It has always been in that state of mind, and knowing where you come from and how everything was designed in order for you to regain and regrasp who you are, so that you can be able to receive the very thing that you're wanting to receive. I don't think that a lot of us women out here want to be working in factories. standing up on our feet all day, busting our butts just to bring home $17.25 an hour, and then have to get up and get our kids to school, and then also coming back home and only getting about 6 hours of sleep, and then have to get up and do it all over again. But on the weekends, we have to hustle and bustle on who's going to watch the children, because we just want a little bit of time to ourselves. But then within that little bit of time to ourselves, we're still worried about the children. And then we also worried about how we're going to pay the bills. And we're also worried about all of these other type of things. And our energy and our mind is so crowded that we don't even have time to listen to us. I don't think any woman really wants to experience that. I do believe that women want to be in a space where we don't have to be dependent all the time on a man to do anything for us. But I also believe that a woman wants to be able to receive without doing hard labor, without being in a space where they have to get their nails dirty, so where they have to be in a space where they're coming home sweaty and they're stinky. Because we don't like that. I don't think any woman that is a woman likes to be sweaty and dirty and stinking, unless you just love being in masculine energy, unless that's just a thing that you love to do. We are always in a space to where we have to react more than we are in a space to where we have to just live and be and exist. We are always reacting. Reacting drains feminine energy. We always have to react to the point to where, hey, you got to meet this point system. Or, hey, you have to be here at this particular time. Or, hey, your children is missing this. Or, hey, your husband need this. We are always reacting, drains our feminine energy. Reacting drains our feminine energy. Sometimes us women, we don't want to be loud. We don't want to be demanding. We just want to be silent. How silence is a form of self-respect. Sometimes a lot of us women, and I think a majority of us, I know all the time, me. Okay, I'm just gonna swing it back around. I know for me, I love to sometimes just sit with myself, being in a room and not keep hearing mommy, 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 or all of these other type of things, but sitting in a room and it's silent and you can just hear your own thoughts, and you can tap into your own energy, and you can be in that space where you can start to be able to manifest the things that you want, so that you can be able to receive it. But in this day and age and in this life, it makes it hard for us just to get 5 minutes of silence. Because the feminine woman, and I'm going to speak on the Black, African American, whatever, wherever you are, Latina, white, Hispanic, whatever, a lot of us are doing this by ourselves. A lot of us women are in marriages and we're doing it by ourselves. A lot of us are raising these children by ourselves, and we have to be in this environment and be in this space to where we have to now go out into a world and work in a world that was not meant for us in the beginning, and then work alongside a man and prove that we are just as smart, just as strong, just as capable to do the things that they are requiring us to do, and still be looked down upon as if we are not allowed to be able to speak over or speak at all in anything that we are doing. And now we are silent at a moment that we don't want to be silent, and we want to be loud, and we want to let our opinion be known, and we want to really walk out and be able to walk into something that we really want to do, that we really want to enjoy as a woman. But we don't have that time to really be silent in a place or in a time where silence is needed, where silence gives back to us, where silence poured into our feminine energy, where silence is not used as a weapon, but used as a tool, where silence is not used as a controlled thing, instead just being used as our power. The word feminine and the power that lies behind feminine has been manipulated, it has been strict, it has been used against us because feminine energy is power. Being grounded even when you are misunderstood. Women are the most misunderstood creatures because men don't fully understand us because it's not their job to understand us because it's not their power. We are the most misunderstood things that is walking because we are existing in a world that is meant for only man to exist in. We're talking about the work field, in a work field, in a world, and then we have to try to put on this facade or be in a space to where we are walking around as imposters because this is not our world to walk in. Our world exists among beauty, grace, receiving, relaxing, being in a space to where we can still thrive and still give back and still be able to flourish and receive the things that we want to do in this life without being judged or without being in a space where we're competing with a man, but being in a space to where we can fully receive and still be beautiful and still walk in our feminine power without being as if we're being difficult or we being too what's the word I'm looking for, too hard or too this or too that. Because one thing about feminism is that when it does mask masculine energy, our feminine power is what's going to drive the masculine energy, and we are going to drive the crap out of it, and we are going to do it in our feminine power as a woman and know how to do it better than a man. And boy, when I tell you it is a drain, burnout, it is, but it also allows women to get in a space to where they can be able to receive, at what a man would normally call what's the word I'm looking for? What a man would normally call is there. We're not going to keep searching for it. We're not going to do that. We're not going to go into that space. But being in a space to where you are working your tail off and as a man, but you're working your way to the top as a woman, if that makes sense. I'm not saying quit your job today because we're not supposed to be working. That is not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that women are not supposed to be working. That is not what I'm saying. I am not saying that women are just supposed to be walking around with their hand out. That is not what I'm saying. No. Everything that I receive, everything that I want, I get because I walk it in my feminine energy, because I do it in a space to where I am not chasing anything. And people will look back and be like, how in the world did she get that? And what is she doing? Because she's never really here. So how is she doing this? No, it's not illegal, love. No, it's not. It's feminine power. It's being in a space to where you are receiving and you are not trying to chase or prove or be in a space to where you are in competition with anyone. I am simply grounded. I am simply tapped in to me. I am simply understanding me as a woman. I am simply asking and I am receiving. I am simply being in a space to where I am not trying to compare or even want to be a man. I don't even want to I don't even like breaking a nail, okay? If my nail breaks, I am mad. I just went running and I just did my toes and my toenail just came off. Do you know how mad I was? I just did my toes, love. They were beautiful. I just did them. I don't like lifting a finger because why should I? Why? I give you every single thing that you need from me. I give you love, I give you time, I give you life. So why do you need anything else from me? Why? Explain that. And then I'm a single mother at that, raising four beautiful children. No, mm-mm, absolutely not. I build, I keep, and I am grounded. Whatever it is that I want, I will receive. If I want to build a multi-billion million dollar business, I will do it without sweating. If I want to, mm, excuse me, if I want to be in a space to where I'm working for myself, I will do it. And I will not sweat in the process of doing it. The only thing I am sweating while I am doing is working out. That is it. Being soft is not lazy. Soft does not equals weak. It simply means I am who I am. I was created as a woman. I am going to live as a woman. I am going to leave you guys with another affirmation. Please pick this up and use it. I am powerful even when I am quiet. Just because you're silent, just because you don't respond to ignorance, just because you're in a space to where you don't feel like you have to be loud all the time or voice your opinion all the time, or being in a space where you feel like you have to explain yourself or defend yourself, or feel like you have to say, hey, I've been working like this for so many times, for so many years, and he just came in here and you give it to him and da 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 da. No, I am powerful even when I am quiet. Those words and all of that energy that you're trying to put into being heard is not working for you, love, because no one's listening. No one cares that you work 9 to 10 hours a day and you bust your butt. No one cares because everyone else is doing it. No one cares that you show up early at 5 o'clock in the morning when you're supposed to be here at 5:45. No one cares. No one cares, love. Do you? No one cares that you're the person that's always showing up for people and you just keep having to tell everyone that you keep showing up for everyone and no one is showing up for you. No one cares, love. No one cares. Everyone life is still moving. No one cares how loud you are. No one cares. I am powerful even when I am silent. If I choose to be loud, if I choose to speak with authority in a moment when I am supposed to, then that is my business. But I am not going to continue trying to prove who I am or prove how I am more important or just as important as Johnny. I am not going to keep continuing to try to prove myself with being loud, because my silence is as powerful as my voice. Softness heals the body and the spirit. When women slow down, the body responds. Digestion improves, anxiety lowers, intuition strengthens. I'm talking about it does. I'm talking about when I slowed myself, oh my gosh, I have to tell you a quick story. I was in a space to where I kept trying to figure out, oh my gosh, I got to do this, I got to do that. The kids got to be picked up from school. I have to try to get this done. I got to keep continuing to do this. I can't stop. I got to keep moving. I'm talking, and it was burning me out. It was burning me out. I'm talking about working in the educational field, trying to get this done, trying to be this person, trying to affirm myself, trying to make sure that my credit score stays good, trying to make sure that the kids got a way back and forth to school, trying to make sure that I'm trying to eat healthy, trying to make sure all of these things is going on and not receiving any type of legitimate help behind anyone. And I am constantly, continuously, every single day moving. No, I had to slow it down. I started cutting things off. I let this go. I walked away from this. I improved in this. I manifested this. I sat in this. I grew from this. Yes, it is going to be hard because you are coming out of something that you have been in that has been familiar. It was familiar for me to be in masculinity because I had to be mommy and daddy. I don't have to be mommy and daddy anymore. I'm simply mommy. I don't have to be daddy. Daddy is where daddy wants to be. Mommy is where mommy has to be, where mommy choose to be. I don't have to be in masculinity anymore. I don't have to put on this facade that I'm stronger than you or that I'm better than you. I don't have to be in this state of mind to think that, oh, I'm strong and I can take it because I'm taking it each and every day for my children. No, love. My feminine energy is way more powerful than my masculine. And I'm going to sit in it and I am going to enjoy it and I'm going to receive every single thing that I am going to receive. Because that's my birthright. My birthright is to receive. My birthright isn't for me to go out here and prove anything. My birthright is to simply receive. So I am going to receive. And what I want, I shall get. What I need, I shall have. What I am building shall be built. Your nervous system needs to regulate. Listen to your body instead of overdoing it because softness is self-trust. Listen to what your body is telling you. Your body is saying, baby, I'm tired. What are you doing? You're not tired of living. I'm tired of pretending to be something that I'm not. I'm tired of going out here every single day and busting my butt. I am not supposed to be doing this. No. Put me back in feminism. I don't care if Mike or John doesn't come to the door and be that masculine energy that sets the balance in the household. The household is going to remain balanced all because I am in it. I'm straight. If you choose to walk out, if you choose to be in a space where you no longer want to be present, that's fine. That is fine. Here's another gem. My body feels safe when I choose softness. The question is, do you feel safe? Do you feel protected? Do you feel loved? Do you feel comfort? That's what your body is needing. That's what your body is asking for when it says that it's tired. My body feels safe when I choose softness. Are you choosing your softness? To where it doesn't have to compete, to where it doesn't have to be overworked, to where it doesn't have to feel like it's doing something that it knows it's not supposed to be doing. That's why you're tired, love. You're tired because you're not supposed to be doing that. And as crazy as it sounds, it's the truth. But we've been conditioned for so long to think that get out, do this and do that. When it just started that way. You just don't remember when it started, but it just started like that. When have you looked at a woman fully and seen her smiling at the grocery store? I'm just going to be real. When have you walked in a grocery store and seen a mother or a elderly woman or a young woman smiling while grocery shopping? When have you seen it? I'll wait. I'll wait. If you have not seen a woman that is not on her phone talking and laughing, but simply enjoying grocery shopping. We don't enjoy who we are anymore because we are in a space, in an energy that's not ours. You're moving fast in the grocery store. You're picking up things. You're mad because you're spending money. You're mad. You are angry. You are frowning. You're frowning at the prices. You're frowning at the fact that you even have to go to the grocery store because you have to be somewhere in about 10 minutes, or you just got off of work and you're too tired to go, but no one else has the ability or the capability of going to the store for you. So you have to get up and go. Children running around the store because they ain't got no sense right now because because now they fresh out of school, energy's up. They know you're gonna be there. They're gonna go in here and snack everything down. You are mad. Grocery shopping was a time when women used to go to the store and have that silence and that peace of mind and being in a space where they simply can just shop. You can't tell me women don't like shopping no matter what it is. Women love shopping. We love it, but we don't have the time for it. And it makes us mad. So when we go to the grocery store or when we go to the mall, we're not smiling. We're trying to check the time. We're trying to hurry up and get this and hurry up and get out. We are not enjoying us femininely fully. But the main ones that don't want to hear it, the main ones are like, girl, is the main one that is frowning on the inside. The main one that keeps saying, I'm tired. Letting go of the need to prove. Let it go. Let it go. Many women live in a performance mode. Soft life begins when you stop needing validation to exist. We don't need validation. I don't need you to tell me that I'm okay to be here. I don't need you to tell me that. I don't need you to tell me that, hey, if you work hard enough, Johnny's that I'm not in competition with Johnny. I don't need you to tell me how important it is for me to be here. I don't need you to tell me that. I know how important it is for me to be here. If I wouldn't be here, you wouldn't be here. If your mother wasn't here, you wouldn't be here. So what more do you need? What more do you need? I am not about to sit here and be in a space to where I'm constantly trying to prove myself. There's nothing to prove. There's nothing to prove. The same thing you can get, I can get it too. I'm just going to get it a little differently. I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to get it in a way that I know that I can do it. And you can get yours in a way where you know that you can do it. I don't have to prove that I'm better than you. I'm not in competition with you. The only thing I'm in competition with is myself being better than I was yesterday. I don't need to prove my worth to rest in it. I hope y'all pick that up. I don't need to prove my worth to rest in it. Soft life is self respect in action. Soft life is about boundaries, discernment, and choosing what preserves your energy. You walk outside, man, and someone comes up to you and you're in this space to where you're constantly having to prove yourself or out talk the individual. You go around someone and they're just draining you from your energy because you feel like you have to prove something, or you feel as if like you're in competition, or you trying to showboat what you have or what you don't have and all these type of things. That's just too much. Energy is currency. Energy is currency. Your energy is going to get you where you have to go regardless. Your energy is going to pay you regardless. Your energy is going to define you regardless. Honor your energy as sacred. Not as something that just gets you up and gets you going, but honor your energy as sacred. I choose to keep my energy. I choose to move gracefully. I choose to put my energy in a space to where when I walk out this door, I walk back fully charged. I don't walk back empty and depleted. I walk back fully charged. I walk back through my door fully charged. I'm not going to prove myself. You don't like me? That's nice. You don't want to hear what I have to say? That's nice. Someone will. You think I'm lazy? That's fine. I'm powerful. Why you always think I don't have to explain myself to you? Well, who you think you are walking your hair like that? Me. I'm not going back and forth. I'm not arguing with you. I'm not doing none of that. My energy is too sacred, and I plan to hold on to it. And if I choose to share it with somebody, then that's my business. It's not yours. It's mine. Feminine energy is powerful. A soft life is not lazy. It's just simply choosing being feminine. This is a closing reflection. Soft women change the world because soft women are empowered women, and empowered women empower women. A regulated, rested, self aware woman is dangerous to systems that thrive on exhaustion. Because you're tired, I'm energetic. That means I'm more dangerous than you. I'm more capable than you. I'm more powerful than you. You're tired. I'm not. Because I rest in power. I rest in my feminism. And I wake up in power. I wake up in my feminism. You can take it how you want to take it, but that is the truth. Power is not just one person, one thing, one individual that you rely on to say your problems to and it goes back to God. No. Power relies in who you are, what you stand for, what rests in you, what you decide to rest in. But you have to tap into it. You have to heal from all of the trauma that you have been through. You have to do the work. You have to tap into it. If you can work a 9 to 5 for an individual that is barely paying you and have all of these rules, and you have to be here at this particular time, I say it's particular, a particular time every single day, then you can give yourself that same energy. If you can get up at the crack of dawn and go work for an individual until late afternoon, you can give yourself the same energy. If you can sit up here and say yes sir, no sir to a person who does not care if you even get here tomorrow or if you're dead or alive, you can do the same thing for yourself. What are you choosing to work for? What are you choosing to give your energy to? What are you choosing to be? Are you choosing to be an imposter to yourself, or are you waking up fully in yourself? It's a journey that we all are walking through, that I'm still walking in. It is a journey that we all have to understand. It is a journey that comes with trial and error and trial and success and understanding and wisdom and knowledge. It is a journey that comes with self-reflection and self-discovery. It is a journey that comes from you, that you are walking in. You can decide who you choose to be and what you choose to become. Your feminine power is waiting for you, but she's not going to wait there forever, because remember, you keep saying you're tired. I allow myself to live softly and powerfully. That is my closing affirmation for you guys. I allow myself to live softly and powerfully. If you are interested in healing, y'all, if you are interested in healing from the inside so that you can radiate on the outside, then please go ahead and log into school. Click on Raw Woman Energy. It's free for 7 days. After 7 days, it is $20. You have 6 weeks, 6 modules that is going to allow you to be able to heal those traumas so that you can be able to self discover yourself and step fully in your soft girl energy and step fully in your feminine power, and not have to rely on masculine energy to tell you who you are or who you need to be, because you already know love. You already know who you are. You already know what you're going to become. You just have to be in a state of mind to be able to receive it, because we are receivers. We are not provers. We are not boastful. We are not loud. We are soft. We are energetic, and we are feminine. So if you're interested in that, go ahead on school and click on Raw Woman Energy, and you have 6 weeks, 6 modules to break down those layers to help you heal fully and become the woman that you fully want to become. Hey, I'm not perfect. Hey, I'm still on a journey too. I'm still learning and self-discovering and being in a space to where I'm fully in my feminine power. But on my journey and through my journey, these are the things that I have discovered. These are the things that I have experienced. Full testament. These are the things that I know are true, just through experience, just through me testing. I want a nice house for me and my 4 babies that is not cluttered with roaches. I want to be able to afford it, and I want to be able to sit in peace and not be in an environment to where I'm constantly have to worry about other individuals that is really getting on my nerves. Ding, received. Learning the formula on how to be able to manifest the things that you want, and people sit back and wonder, how did you do that? And you sit in power every single day. But it's a power that is unknown to man because it's feminine. Be you, be gracious, be yourself, be love. This is your girl Talisha. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This is Raw Woman Energy, okay? So if you are down, if you are ready to just tap into who you are, don't be scared. Love, do it. I did it. Shoot, it's a scary journey, but it's worth it. It's a scary journey that you like, ooh, but it's worth it. Don't give negative energy your time, your voice. Don't give it no reaction. Allow mother to work for you. And I'm telling you, baby, she the bomb.com. Okay, no diggity, no none of that. She is the truth. All right. Love y'all. Bye.